Here we go. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Yes. I think that's a bad idea because... Come on, we're going to do it in first person mode. Come on. Yes. And there are the Isles of Sawyer, guys. Right then, guys, it is really calm at the moment and it's dawn as well, so we should have a nice clear sunny day ahead of us. Perfect weather conditions for this plane right here. I can't wait to get it in the air. And yeah, it is leaning over, as I said. I mean, this happens every time you spawn it in, but luckily it won't actually roll the whole way because this wing seems to keep it upright somehow. But anyway, we're going to get on board. I've already fueled it up, guys, so let's try and just rebalance it on the float here, and it should be fine. It will likely turn over again, but if we're quick... Okay, there we go. We can get it started. Alright, bit of throttle. Now, guys, when we are moving, it will right itself on its own, and then hopefully the takeoff is going to be successful. Sometimes it's not, but most of the time it is, but I'm going to have to focus when I do this. At the moment, feathering is just at the maximum. We don't need to adjust that with this lever here. That is, I used to have that working, but now I've taken it off that lever. So we've got fuel, battery, temperature, and RPS. Okay, here we go then. Let's start her up. And there she goes. Right, I'm just going to try and hold right here. There we go, just turning right a bit. Okay, now we do need full power. Trying to stay away from that rock. Oh no, we're going right, we're going left. We're going left, I mean. Are we going to hit it? No, we're okay. See, look, we've righted now. And what I'm going to do is full power. And I'm going to hold S to put the wing at the tail fully up. Now what I'm going to do is release that wing, which is going to bring the back of the plane up a bit. And then we're going to go faster. And I'm going to use the wing again to get in the air. Here we go. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Yes. Oh, yeah. I forgot to put a waypoint down. We're going left. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that was so good. That was probably the best takeoff I've ever had, actually. Okay, easy. Now, I think that's about right because we're heading towards the sun, of course. We need to go east. At least I think we do. We'll check that right now. Whoa, that's fast. Yeah, we are going here, guys. Obviously, we're going to land in the water. But it is 36 kilometers away, so well within our range for this plane at the moment. But there we go. Now, I've got a few extra controls here. I've got instrument lights, so we'll put those on. I'll just turn off my flashlight there. So, instrument lights are number 2. And there we go, very simple setup. Oh, I forgot to put those on. I'll have to rig them into the lighting at another time, but never mind. So how fast are we going? 115 knots. Now, I actually didn't know how fast it went, so that's not bad, is it, guys? For a small engine, 115 knots. Brilliant. I'm well happy with that. We're 1,000 meters in the air at the moment. And I'll try and stay relatively level here. As I say, I don't have a gyro. I don't need one right now, but we can always add one at another time if we want. And I've got no passenger seats on this thing. I could add a few, like if we had to, I could have a few on here. I could put them even on these fluid tanks and on the floats and on the sides here. You know, there's plenty of room. But really, it's a personal aircraft at the moment. I'm very happy with this, guys. It's only the second plane I've ever made. The first one being a plane that takes off from land. So I'm really happy with this. And as you can see now, look, the fins, which were at maximum angle, are now completely flat because we are more than 3 meters above water level. Okay, so yes, I am having a bit of a job just to keep it straight here. It is not perfect at the moment. And actually, I did have plans to improve that, but I haven't quite had time for that yet. Right, 30 kilometers away, guys. It won't take long to get there at 115, 120 odd knots. So that is brilliant. And we might get there by midday, actually, if we're lucky. We are currently 1,500 meters. Now, I don't really want to go any higher than this. I mean, you know, we're not really doing any crate spotting at the moment. I don't really want to start and stop because although you can land and take off in this thing, you know, it's just more risk involved if we keep having to do that. So I'd rather only do one takeoff and one landing on a journey like this. Got some painting design going on here. I've tried lots of different paint schemes and colours. Ended up using this, which is the darkest grey before black on the standard Stormworks palette. And then this gold colour here is actually a custom colour which I made a while back. Yaw works really well, can show you that. Pretty good. I don't want to do any flips, guys, because I tried to do a backflip yesterday in this, and it didn't end up so well, I have to say. It really didn't end up very well indeed, but also the roll is not quick, you know, but it's good. It's a good strong roll, that's all we need. So just trying to demonstrate the manoeuvrability of this thing. I find it's actually better sometimes to have like what would you say, like weaker roll, because when you're trying to land you don't have to be quite so accurate, you know. You can sort of tap A and D and you're not going to just move about all over the place and end up crashing, you know. So it's a bit more forgiving is what I'm trying to say, to have kind of weaker. Now basically if we wanted to have a more a stronger roll, you could move these control surfaces towards the end of the wings and they'd have more of an impact, like more leverage kind of thing. And the further they are towards the middle, the weaker the roll is going to be. But that, for me, at the moment, is pretty much perfect for what I want. Now, actually, we can reduce the throttle here. We're probably on the limiter. And if I reduce it to about 75, we're going to save fuel. Let's just try 80 for now. But yeah, we'll save fuel overall. And the temperatures will drop, because as you can see the temperatures are quite high and it does not overheat, because I've gone like the full distance, you know, on full power, and it's fine, but it does get warm. So there you go, it is reducing a bit. I think you can get it down to under 100 degrees quite happily there. And there are the Isles of SAWYER, guys, right beneath us now almost anyway. If we have a look on the map here, we took off from here and we've flown over here so far. We're over halfway, I believe, or it seems like we are anyway. So what we're going to do is actually fly over in this direction. Actually, let's plan this properly, guys. I'm going to put the waypoint here. So what I want to do is fly over to the waypoint, come a bit wider, and then fly into this gap. Okay, so we're going to fly in there. I'll leave that waypoint there, and then head straight for the dock. Okay, because I want to be landing facing it, basically. Now you can turn in the water with this plane, but I don't have a rudder under the water. Whoops. So the idea is that we land and then just head pretty much straight for the dock. Although you can turn, because we've got yaw, and that's a big control surface that works well even in the water. You know, we don't want to rely on that too much. It's less effective than an underwater rudder would be, and therefore might as well land straight, make the job easy for us. And in the last episode, guys, if you saw that, I believe that's the rock formation where we picked up a crate on the way home. But we're going to nosedive down now, because we're getting fairly close, actually. And I'll just check all my dials here. Temperature is now a bit less. Battery is 97%. RPS is okay. We could even drop off the throttle a bit, actually. And fuel is... wow, okay. Yeah. We've used like half of the fuel tank already. Perhaps I can reduce throttle even more. Try 75, shall we? There you go, get it into the 18s. It's much better like that. But we have plenty of fuel to get here. Look at that, 6.5 kilometers remaining, guys. It's good to be back. I love the Isles of SAWYER. And this is going to be interesting. Now, as I say before, there's only one mission that I have currently found over in this place. I think there are actually more missions based in this area. In fact, I'm pretty sure there are. but I haven't got them by sleeping. Now maybe we have to buy certain islands in order to unlock, you know, like different missions. For example, the Coast Guard outpost might be one we need to buy, because I think one of the missions is to rescue either a downed plane or a downed helicopter. I think it's in this sort of area on the chart anyway. But yeah, as I say, I just haven't had it yet, and I'm just wondering if we actually need to buy an island to unlock it. For example, because that Coast Guard outpost island is, I think, based for, you know, helicopters and things. So maybe that's the trigger for it. But anyway, at least we have one to do, and we're going to do that when we get over here shortly. Okay, now here's the waypoint just under us there, 500 meters below. That is where we're going. So now we're going to turn in. I'm going to straighten up my camera a bit. I'm going to turn in. And I think I can see the dock from here. So we're going to get much lower now. I'm just going to check the chart. Okay, so we're going to go in between Lighthouse Frantic and the mainland here. And we're now going to put a new waypoint for that dock, which is where we spawn in our vehicles. Lovely, guys. We'll just check the fuel as well. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought we had 18 litres left. But no, that's the RPS. Thank goodness for that. Right, battery is still the same. That's perfect. And we have about 290 litres of diesel remaining. That's so good. And we're going to head right down here now to about 200 metres, maybe 300 metres. Okay, everything's fine. Oh, rolling a little bit here. So I don't want to land too close, guys, but, you know, don't want to mess about. We want to get sort of within, you know, 200 meters or something. I'd rather land safely than land, you know, extra close. So I'm going to start reducing throttle now. Okay, whoa, easy, easy. Still a kilometre away, so we'll start drifting. But it glides well, like, look at that. I mean, we're only on 46% power now, and we're still flying. I mean, I'm just aiming down, you know. Right, let's think about landing very, very soon. Now, just keep a little bit of power. And I can't remember what side to land on, but it's alright, guys. Come on. Come on, we're going to do it in first person mode. Come on. Yes! Okay, yes! Bit more power just to keep the nose out of the water. Keep us upright. Oh, yes. Look at that, guys. We've done it. We've got there. That's amazing. I think the workbench is on the right-hand side. Okay, so what I've done, guys, is I've reduced the throttle and I've put this control surface into the water by doing that, and therefore we can turn a bit better. So we are using it actually as a rudder in the water, but that's worked pretty well for us. As you can see, we're turning very easily, and I still can't quite tell where the workbench is, even in camera mode, but I think it's this side. Yeah, it is this side, guys. It is. Brilliant. So I'm just going to turn a bit more to the right here because we want to get our wing caught on the edge of that dock. And I'll give it a bit more speed. Oh, whoops, that's less speed. There we go, nice and easy. I mean, when you're moving, as you can see, it's very well balanced indeed. There's no issue with falling left or right. It's only when you're stationary, really. But there is the workbench, just up there. So actually, I'm going to back off on that again and turn in now. There we go. Get that rudder under the water. Perfect. Actually worked out quite well, that. Oh yeah, okay. Now we're leaning a bit. So no. Okay, careful. We might end up bumping it into the side. Let's just shut it down. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Guys, we've done it. We've made it. I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it, but it feels good. My first ever seaplane and mission is successful. So what I'm actually going to do is try and move this around the side by hand. because it's not the most controllable thing in the water. And because it's so light, look at that, it's easy. Okay, we're almost straight, and I'm going to just move it forwards a bit as well. Good. Now, from here, guys, we might be able to despawn it, actually. So I'm going to swim ashore now. Is that a ladder? No. Where is the ladder, then? How do you actually get in here? Maybe it's down this side, is it? We'll go and find out. But there is definitely the workbench. Oh, here's the staircase. Excellent. And we did not get eaten by sharks, which is a bonus. And this is our new base of operations. So from here, this is where I'm going to start the mission that we're going to do. But here we go. She's just down there. Let's see if it works. Damn. Okay, she's in a bit closer now. Let's have a go with this. Yes, it's worked. Brilliant, guys. Mission complete. We are now over at the Isles of Sawyer. We are ready to go and do the mission that we're looking for. Now, currently it's not in the log, but that's fine because what I can do is basically sleep until we have it. It doesn't really matter so much what the weather conditions are for that one, but, you know, the better they are, the better it is for us. But we'll do it whatever the weather, guys. We'll just get stuck in with that. And I can't wait for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, what I'm going to do for this mission is actually upgrade the mini helicopter, okay? So when we get the mission, I'll explain what that is. But until then, what I'm going to do is upgrade my mini helicopter now. And I'll show you the results of that in just a second here. Okay, here is the helicopter, guys. Now, this is, of course, a new version of it. I've made 4 changes, and I'll explain what they are. So, first of all, we have 4 mags on either side of the helicopter. So, 4 here and 4 over there. And that is because the mission requires us to take 8 objects, 8 items, from one place to another, okay? So we're going to have to use all of those mags. And then down here, I've actually added another float because this helicopter is quite front heavy now. I'm not sure why, seeing as we actually added a medium battery as well behind the center of mass. That doesn't really make sense to me, but whenever I spawn it in, it's actually sort of tipping forwards. So I'm a bit confused by that, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, and as I say, we've got a medium battery here instead of the small one now. Much better. I mean, we needed that upgrade anyway, but also as we're using 8 mags here, they're going to be draining a bit of power, so we need the extra battery charge. Now, as far as the engine goes, I used to have it limited to 9 RPS. I've put it up to 12. And the reason for that is that we actually need a bit more RPS to counter the extra weight that we're going to be carrying. Number 1 from the battery, and number 2 from the objects that we're transporting soon as well, okay? But with that being said and done, guys, we are now ready to do our new mission on the Isles of Sawyer. Let's go. Right then, we are ready to take off. And I've got fuel in the helicopter now. It's not quite as fuel efficient as it was before because of the increased RPS, but it's still very, very good. And everything is working. So here are the mission details, guys. Deliver mining equipment. The Sawyer Islands quarry was expecting a shipment of supplies yesterday, but must continue working without it. Sustained use of old and worn tools could prove catastrophic in an already dangerous job. Not delivering these goods would show a complete disregard for the safety of others. Right, so we have about 35 minutes to deliver 8 things, and hopefully, if all goes well, we can do that in one trip, guys. But yeah, so we're going to have to travel 9 kilometers to get our equipment, and then the quarry there is not very far away from that. So let's just get started right away. And I'm actually not going to turn on my instrument lights here because they are connected to the mags, and we don't want to drain unnecessary power at the moment. But it should be very, very easy to do, guys, okay? Oh, hang on, hang on. Right, I don't have the gyro on at the moment. That's fine, that's fine. Excellent, guys. I'm sure it's going to go very, very well. We're very lucky, actually. I mean, we got the mission sort of just before midday, which is great. The weather's not fantastic, but it's not too windy. And, you know, it feels fine to fly in these conditions, really. It's just a bit grey and miserable, but otherwise, no problem at all. And just to show you guys, if I press number 3, the mags do all turn on. There we go. They're all working. And that is also controlling my instrument lights at the same time, just to make things simple, you know, so I can wire them in quickly. Now, what I did find out, actually, is that there are 3 other missions for the Sawyer Islands, if I can remember correctly, okay? Now, I don't know how to get those sort of triggered. I don't know how to actually get the missions to turn up in our log, but they do exist in the game, so, you know, at some point we may be able to unlock those. If anyone knows how to unlock them, let me know and we'll do that, of course. But at least in the meantime we have this one, and as I say, in the next episode I want to go to the Arctic, okay? In the seaplane, if all goes well, you know. Okay, so we're about halfway now, guys, and if you ever look over to the right hand side of us down here, there's a big airstrip which you can buy and you can use the hangar there, so that's really handy. I don't know how expensive it is, but it's probably quite expensive. And on the other side, to the left, we have the wind farm, which you can't buy or anything, but it's quite a nice sort of point of interest on the map, if you like. Okay, so how far have we got to go now? 3.6 kilometers. And here are the train tracks. Now, I don't know. I can't remember, guys, if you can actually build trains in that train shed down there. I don't think you can. But I could be wrong about that. I'm just wondering, perhaps if you actually buy this hangar and the airstrip, I'm wondering if you can build there as well. But I can't remember at this stage. But what we do want to do at the moment is actually save our money for the Arctic, because we do need to buy, well, it would be ideal to buy the air base or the airstrip up there in the Arctic, which is about $200,000. There are also, because I don't think that comes with a train track or a train shed, actually, so we may have to buy that in addition, because there are some missions which actually require trains, which is awesome, but we might have to end up buying two separate places, which is fine. But at least if we buy the most expensive one to begin with, and then I think the train sheds are like 100,000, and of course we're going to be doing missions up there anyway, so we'll earn a bit just from doing that. And we're actually going to be earning hopefully a decent amount from this mission as well. But let's see how it goes, guys. We're almost there now, so I'm going to start descending. Right, and here we go. Loads of fuel left, and loads of battery left as well, with that medium battery giving us a lot of extra help compared to the mini one from before. Let's just slow right down, and I'm going to turn on auto hover. Actually, it's always worth doing, you know, just when you're landing at least. I find that I can fly a bit quicker actually. Oh, that was close on the rotor blades. I do find that I can fly faster without auto hover on actually, because you can get a bit more like pitch and stuff. But for landing, it's always worth using the gyro. And there we go. So I'm actually, let's just press number 3 here. The mags are now turned on. And there is our equipment over there, okay? 8 things. So I'll try and keep it nice and balanced. And we want to, first of all, well, it doesn't really matter. But there are various different objects over here. So we'll try and get the boxes at the front on either side. I don't know if these things have different weights, but they're not hugely different in size. So, you know, there's a toxic waste barrel there. That could be quite hazardous, actually. I wonder if I should put that at the back, maybe. Guess that's okay. I don't think that can blow up or anything, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, we'll chuck that over there. And already, guys, we've got 4 objects on the helicopter, and it's looking really good, actually. I don't think we're going to have any problems here. I tried to spread them out so they're not going to interfere with each other, you know. There's plenty of room for all the different objects. Actually, should I perhaps take that off? We got here. Got 2 boxes on either side. Oh no, don't go near the rotor. I might... I could easily break that rotor, actually, couldn't I? Let's put that on there. Well, it's not going to be quite so balanced, but you know what? It's probably fine, actually. One more thing to put on, which is just over there. I didn't do that so well, but never mind. It's all good, guys. We don't have to take the pallets. We have everything. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright then. And it's only a 3.2 kilometer journey, which in a helicopter, you know, is nothing really. And we have 27 minutes to do this. There is absolutely loads of time here. But let's not hang about. Get straight onto it. Now, I was just thinking, guys, you know I bought that dock down south, and that's all fine. But this one is better, because you get a train shed as well, okay? So perhaps I should have bought this one. But actually, you know, we can buy everything eventually anyway, so It's not a big problem. But as well, this mission is based here, so it would have been easier to actually buy this dock, you know. But never mind, that doesn't really matter too much, and we're always learning, aren't we, guys? So it shouldn't take us too long, but as you can see, you know, we are flying without any problem at all here, thanks to the increased RPS, just to keep us in the air. There's probably a bit of imbalance here. I mean, we are turning to the left. It's going to handle differently with the tail rotor spinning faster as well, but overall, it is better. And just over there, guys, is the quarry and the mine. I think, is it a mine or a quarry? I don't know. It's something anyway. Okay, now guys, what we could do actually is drop all of our items from here and try and hit the target, if you know what I mean. However, I think that's a bad idea because items can fall through the ground if you drop them and they're moving fast enough, and I don't want to fail the mission. So we are going to land properly this time, which is a bit of a shame really, but never mind. You guys can try that if you want to. But it should be simple enough to do, and let's hope that we get a really good reward for this one. There we go. Nice and easy. I do have auto hover on at the moment, and I'll just have to take the items in a bit closer probably, but we'll do that by hand just to be safe. Okay, the helicopter is off, and brilliant, guys. So basically, if we just press number 3, everything drops and echoes. And now we're ready just to shift everything right into the middle here, and we should get it complete in no time at all. And there we are, guys, $11,250 and 6 research points, which we don't need anymore, of course, because we have unlocked everything. But that is not bad money, I have to say. I mean, the fuel coming over here was very, very cheap. And I'll just get these boxes out of the way, but it is all complete, guys. So guys, as I say, there are 3 other missions that you can do on the Sawyer Isles, but as they're not turning up in our mission log at the moment, we're not going to worry about those, and we're going to turn our focus to the next main objective, which is to go to the Arctic, guys. And in the next episode, we are going to do just that, okay? But before we end the episode, let's have a look in this building here. It's not a building, is it? It's some kind of mobile building, maybe a caravan or something, I don't really know. But unfortunately, no, there's nothing here. That's a shame. Never mind, it's always worth a check. And I don't think we'll find any crates anywhere else here. I'm sure there are some dotted around the island, you know. But we can't find any right now. But that is all we have time for in this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to the next episode when we finally go up to the Arctic in episode 20 as well. That'll be a nice way to celebrate the 20th episode. But guys, thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.